Good morning, children. Today we are going to read a new story named Bringing Up Carrie, taken up from your supplementary textbook NL in Hand, written by an author Dhan Gopal Mukherjee from class 7 English. Children, this story is adopted from one of the story Carrie the Elephant, written by an author Dhan Gopal Mukherjee. It's about a keeper who brings up Carrie. It's a bond between an elephant and human being. Poet as a child expressing his experience about a baby elephant named Carrie. This story is a narrative description of a small elephant. The narrator tells the growth and habits of the elephant. This makes the reader aware of the routine of an elephant. This story is about a 9-year-old boy and 5-month-old elephant, Carrie. The narrator took all efforts to teach elephant to walk and to sit down. The most difficult and important thing was to teach master call. What was the master call? Master call is a strange rising sound which can help the master reach home if one is lost in the jungle. So, children, here we have to see a baby elephant who was a 5-month-old elephant and the narrator as 9 years old boy. The two developed a strong bond after the elephant once saved the boy. Like a baby, Carrie has always looked with energy and full mischief. Here we have to see about an author, Dhan Gopal Mukherjee. Dhan Gopal Mukherjee was the name of first successful Indian man of letters in the United States and won a Newbery Medal in 1921. He was born on 6th of July 1890 at West Bengal. He was died on 14th of July 1936 at New Milford, Connecticut, United States. He won awards like John Newbery Medal. He had completed his education from the University of California, Berkeley. Here we have to see the story is about a 9-year-old boy and 5-month-old elephant, Carrie. The narrator took all efforts to teach elephant to walk and to sit down. The most difficult and the important thing was to teach master call. Master call is a strange rising sound which can help the master reach home if one is lost in the jungle. Narrator thinks that Carrie needed a training. So he used to train him. And he used to give him a master call. At the time of any of the critical situation, when anyone of the caught in the jungle, they have to reach at home through master call. Here we have to observe few of the playful activities which is done by both of them. Children, you have to observe the pictures and try to speak up few of the sentences. What they are doing in this might be you are observing they are playing with the water, they are spending time, sparing time together. Few of the key points which we are going to discuss in our upcoming story. So this is a story of 5-month-old baby elephant named Kerry. Kerry is not only a playful and mischievous elephant but also a sensitive and helpful boy. He is fond of ripe bananas. He is quick learner and his 9 years old friend as well as keeper is also a good trainer. Kerry is taught to walk, to sit down, to go fast, to go slow, etc. In brief, we have to see in upcoming stories. I am going to explain you step by step. Children, you have to keep your test books with you. You go thoroughly. You read properly. It will help you to understand the concept well. So here in this section, we are seeing about the elephant has a daily routine. Kerry has a daily routine. So children, Kerry was 5 months old when he came under the care of the narrator. The narrator too was a young boy, merely 9 years old. The narrator could reach Kerry's back if he stood on his toes. Kerry remained of the same height for the next 2 years. Both the narrator and the Kerry grew simultaneously. Kerry lived in a pavilion under a thatched roof with thick 3 stumps to prevent him from falling. Every morning, Kerry and the narrator used to go to the river for a bath. Kerry used to lie down on the sand bank while the narrator used to rub and clean him. After that, Kerry would spend a long time in the water. And when he would come out of it, he would be in a very happy state. So here we used to see the daily routine of a baby elephant named Kerry. What he used to do? He used to do daily bath in the river. Here, he used to enjoy. Every morning, Kerry and the narrator used to go to the river for a bath, and Kerry used to lie down on the sandbank while the narrator used to rub and clean him. After that, Kerry would spend a long time in the water, and when he would come out of it, he would be in a very happy state. So here, as we are observing the pictures too, how he used to do bath. In this section, children, we have to see Kerry's eating habits. What he used to eat, how much he used to eat every day. Here we have to say that Kerry did not eat much, but still he consumed about 40 pounds of twigs every day. The narrator would leave him on the edge of the jungle while he went to get food for Kerry. The narrator would describe how he had to be very careful about the selection of the twigs, as an elephant does not consume mutilated twigs. He always used to carry luscious twigs for him. The narrator would spend half an hour to sharpen the hatch required for the same. So he used to eat only luscious twigs. So Kerry used to eat only luscious twigs. So the narrator itself was arranging food for him. This section we have to see that Kerry screams to seek the narrator's help. While the narrator was busy selecting twigs and young branches of the banyan tree, he hears Carrie screaming for help. Since Carrie was really young, the narrator gets worried that somebody was hurting him. Somebody was hurting him. So the narrator hurried to Carrie's rescue, but he was not there where the narrator had left him. As the narrator reached the edge of the water, he saw something black struggling above the surface of the water. Soon the narrator felt that Carrie was drowning in the water. So the narrator felt helpless, and it was difficult for him to jump into the water and rescue Carrie as it weighed 400 pounds. But that very moment, the narrator saw Carrie emerging from the water. He pushed the narrator into the stream towards a young boy who lay flat on the bottom of the river. Bottom of the river. So the narrator, seeing the boy somewhat afloat, went back into the water. Carrie stood there, his feet firmly rooted in the sand and his trunk stretched out towards the narrator as if offering his hand to him. Since the narrator was not a good swimmer, it was difficult for him to save the boy. Carrie at that point came halfway into the water and with his trunk tried to pull out the narrator. So at that time, Carrie used to save the lives of narrator and the boy. In this section of the story, we have to see Carrie's love for bananas renders him a punishment. As you are observing a picture that one of the trunk is used to stole the bananas from the house of the keeper from the window. So according to the narrator, Carrie was no less than a baby. The narrator felt that Carrie needed to be trained, else he would be up to some or the other mischief. Once Carrie ate some bananas and suddenly grew very fond of the bananas. In the narrator's house, large plates of fruits were kept on the dining table. Disappearance of bananas soon became a regular feature. Sometimes the blame fell upon the servants, and at the other times the narrator was declared the culprit. So at the time of disappearance of the bananas, the parents used to scold narrator itself as well as the servants. They pointed out as you people have stolen or the reason behind of the disappearance of the bananas. Soon the narrator realized that Carrie was responsible for the mysterious disappearance of the bananas. The narrator then showed the real thief to his parents and also scolded Carrie. And how he has proved and showed the real thief? What he did? What the narrator did? He used to follow the Carrie. When he went off to the pavilion of the Carrie, what he saw? He saw that the bananas were scattered towards the inside of the pavilion. So he used to scold Carrie. So Carrie was so ashamed that he never again dared to steal anything. Nevertheless, when someone offered him fruits, he would be really delighted. Elephants are willing to be punished for misdeeds. Elephants are willing to be punished for misdeeds. However, if they are punished without a reason, they remember it and pay it back. If without reason they get punished, so they thought of that to take revenge from the someone or from one who is going to give him punishment. Here we have to see, in this section we have to see that Carrie's training. Elephants require to be trained. They need to be taught when to walk, when to sit, when to slow down, and so on. If you say dhat, the word dhat, and pull them by their ears, they would learn to sit down. If we say dhat and pull them by their ears, they would learn that they have to sit down. Similarly, if we say Mali and pull their trunk, they would learn that it is the signal to walk. Similarly, if we say Mali and pull their trunk, they would learn that it is the signal to walk. So, the word dhat means what? To learn to sit down. And the word Mali means signal to walk. Carrie took 3 classes to learn Mali. How many classes? Took 3 classes to learn Mali. But it took him 3 weeks to learn Dhat. But it took him 3 weeks to learn Dhat. And what do you mean by Dhat term? It means learn to sit down. And Mali means to walk. So it is important to teach him to sit, else human would need a ladder to climb their back. An elephant grows really tall in 2 to 3 years. Here we have to see how he has learned the master call. Carrie has learned the master call. It is very important to teach an elephant the master call. The master call is a hissing and howling sound as if a snake or a tiger were fighting. It's a type of hissing sound or howling sound. So elephants need to be taught this call because this is the signal that the elephant needs to pull down the tree to frighten other animals. This is usually given when one feels lonely and frightened in the jungle. The elephants can frighten all the animals in the jungle by doing so. So here I have explained you the story. Children, hope you understand. Here we have to see few of the pictures which is used to train Carrie. Here we have to see the summary in brief. The Carrie is about a 9-year-old boy and 5-month-old elephant Carrie. Both of them grew together. The first thing which Carrie did was to save a boy. Carrie was like a baby and full of mischief. One day he developed the taste of bananas, and since then he took all steps to steal the bananas. The narrator was very annoyed, so he scolded Carrie for his mischief. The narrator took all efforts to teach elephant to walk and to sit down. The most difficult and the important thing was to teach master call. Master call is a strange rising sound which can help the master reach home. If one is lost in the jungle, Carrie took 5 years. Carrie took 5 years to learn it properly. The narrator is a 9-year-old child who has given a duty to look after a 5-month-old elephant named Carrie. Carrie lived in a pavilion with a thatched roof. Carrie fed on 40 pounds. 1 pound means 454 grams, means 18 kg approx of twigs. The narrator goes inside the jungle to collect luscious twigs for us. Its dinner. The narrator informed that elephant won't touch a mutilated twigs. One day in March, when the narrator was gathering food from the banyan tree, he heard Carrie's voice with an apprehension. The boy ran to where he left. When he reached there, he realized that Carrie might be drowning. So he used to save a boy. At the time, Carrie stole away the fruits placed in the dining room of the narrator's house. Carrie seemed to have understood it as it squealed. Carrie has learned all the signals and sounds. It acted according to the command. It learned a master call in 5 years. It is a signal to save oneself if one gets lost in the jungle to scare away all the wild animals. So elephant makes an easy way for home even a wild. Let's we see the moral of this story. Animals too have the ability of sometimes being more caring and loving than human beings. The boy takes care of the elephant as he grows up and they develop a bond of friendship. We should always be caring for animals. We should always be lovable. Here we have to see word meanings. Tiptoe means on the tips of toes, moving with tiptoe steps. Trumpet, sound of an elephant. Sneak in means come in quietly. Whipped means beat. String means spread all around. Drowning means to be suffocated in water. Thirst, as we are seeing in the picture, a buildup of a cut grass, hay and other material. Bumped, a collision. Ebony, a tree that yield wood. Squeal, cry, trumpet. Hatch means small axe. It's a type of tool. Mutilated, disfigured, torn. Cathedral, central place. Dived, to swim under water. Ashore, towards the shore. Drift, direction along which anything is driven. Ponderous means boring, dull. Dart, a sudden fast movement. Crept, to move slowly. Dhat, a command to sit. Mali, a command to walk. Howling, a mournful cry. Growl, sound made by hungry stomach. Here we have to move on the textual exercises given on page number 14. So children, you have to note it down in your classwork notes. Let us discuss. In the first question, we are seeing that the enclosure in which Carrie lived had a thatched roof that lay on thick tree stumps. Examine the illustration of Carrie's pavilion on page number 8 and say why it was built that way. So the answer is Carrie lived in a pavilion under a thatched roof with thick tree stumps. These thick tree stumps were there in order to prevent the roof from falling whenever Carrie bumped into the poles. It was built in this way to accommodate the heavy weight of an elephant. Did Carrie enjoy his morning bath in the evening? Give a reason for your answer. Definitely yes. Carrie felt really pleased after his morning bath in the river. He would spend a long time in the water and give a squeal after having his bath. Sorry. Finding good twigs for Carrie took a long time. Why? Finding twigs for Carrie was not an easy task. Elephants did not eat mutilate twigs, so the narrator had to be very careful. This is also required a sharp hedge. It took about half an hour to sharpen the hedge. Also, the narrator had to climb all kinds of trees in order to select delicate and tender twigs. Here, move to next. Why did Carrie push his friend into the stream? Carrie pushed his friend into the stream so that he could help the young boy from drowning. Carrie was like a baby. What are the main points of comparison? The narrator called a baby because Carrie was naughty and mischievous. Once Carrie developed a love for bananas, he started stealing bananas from the fruit plates that were kept in the dining table in the narrator's house. Furthermore, his call would sound to the narrator like a baby's voice. Children, here I put as assignment, answer the questions. You have to note it down. Carrie helped himself to all the bananas in the house without anyone noticing it. How did he do it? I'm going to discuss, and you have to note it down this one in your homework notes as well as your scrap book. Nobody noticed Carrie stealing bananas because he would quietly come towards the dining table and through the large window near the table. He would sneak out bananas with his trunk. So nobody has just noticed. Next question. Carrie learned the commands to sit and to walk. What were the instructions for each command? Carrie had to be trained to learn that how to sit and walk. The word dhat spoken in his ears was a signal for him to sit down. So uttering the word Mali and pulling his trunk was a signal for him to walk. What is the master call? Why it is the most important signal for an elephant to learn? The master call was a strange hissing and howling sound if snakes and tigers were fighting, it was a very important signal for the elephants. Master call is a signal for the elephants to pull down the trees, thereby scaring all the animals in the jungle. Here few of the suggested activities. Again you have to complete it. Which kind of twigs Carrie enjoyed the most? Hope you understand and get the answer. Whom did the narrator's parents blame for the disappearance of the bananas? What did the narrator observe on reaching the edge of the water? How long does an elephant take to learn the master call? The master or the chapter discusses two very important virtues in Carrie. What are they? Children, you have to complete this one. Hope you all understand this story well. Thank you. Thank you, children.